This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan, and I've been podcasting about the Reds for over 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront. And I want to thank you for joining me here tonight as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds pulling off a huge shutout victory over the Miami Marlins, 6-0 on Great American Ballpark. For all the concert goers, you at least get a good game and a fun show, hopefully. If you are just checking me out for the first time, welcome. It's so great to have you here. Please, if you're following us along on YouTube, hit that subscription and that notification button so you can not only get my show after each and every Reds game, but you can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. If you can't follow us along here on YouTube, please be sure to follow along on your podcast app of choice and, of course, leave us a nice, solid 5-star review. Today's episode is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. On tonight's show, Nick Lodolo deals was Nick Ladealin. I'll let myself out. That was a really fun one for him today. Elly De La Cruz had an at-bat that we're going to call the turning point of today's game, and I really want to deep dive into because it just really showed a lot of maturation. And Austin Hayes has a huge day today, getting on base 3 times. We're going to dive into his day as well. And of course, I'm going to hear from all of you, our wonderful listeners who are here, our everydayers here on the POSTCAST, as we're going to discuss a fun Reds win. Let's get right to it, shall we?
This is what you'll be talking about.
This is when the Reds are at their best, is when their starters are having days like this back to back. So Andrew Abbott yesterday, fresh off learning he's going to be an all-star, is awesome. And then, 7 2/3, 1 earned run, dominant, right? And then Nick Lodolo takes the ball today. And even battling a high pitch count, realistically, he was great. He was great today, right? I mean, 6 shutout innings. You can't ask for much more than that. He was awesome today for the Reds. And he kept Miami all out of sorts. They couldn't find any way to get consistent hits off of them. They did it. They were able to work the counts, obviously, right? Like, you obviously deal with that. But what he gave them today, 6 innings pitched, no earned runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks. That is the Nick Lodolo game this is the game I expect from him. This is what I thought Nick Lodolo was going to be. This is what we were told Nick Lodolo is going to be. And today he was that. And I think for me, this is what I want. This is what we expect from him. I've been really hard on Nick Lodolo. I've talked about that a lot. I expected better, even with an injury last year. Today was the Nick Lodolo that we absolutely need. Joey Gaditza says it here. Was worried there for a hot minute. He had a blister again. He gets blisters on me fingers. He does do that. But he battles through it today. It's absolutely awesome. And you kind of saw it. I mean, the pitch count got up there. He got in a lot of full counts, but still managed to get away without any walks. That's honestly really impressive when you think about it that way. But Miami just scored 12 runs the other night on the Reds. And the last 2 nights, they scored a combined, 2 runs? Because they had 2 yesterday and none today. Yeah, combined 2 runs after scoring 12 the other day. And that's all the starting pitching kind of there, really kind of leading the way. I mean, when you get 13 2/3 innings from your starters the last 2 days and you get 1 earned run, beautiful. You have the Rockies coming up, who you feel pretty good about on paper, who you've already swept this year. It's your last series for the All-Star break. And your schedule post-All-Star break is woo Nelly. It is not easy. You feel really good about it. What they got from him today, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just what they needed. And for him, gives him a nice, really good feeling. 2 really solid starts back to back going into the All-Star break. So when he picks the ball back up, when they go to Citi Field to play the Mets after the break, he's going to be ready to go one of those weekend games. Can't imagine he's not pitching in one of those games. And I saw Tito kind of mention that they're going to go business as usual and told Andrew Abbott basically to have a good time when he's in the All-Star game. So really respect that as well. So absolutely great day from Nick Lodolo. 6 shutout innings, 4 earned runs, gets the win, no walks. Bullpen didn't give anything up. put it nicely, but they all had walks, I think, except for Sam Moll and his last bit there was the only one that didn't. So yeah, I think they all walked the leadoff batter, if I remember correctly, and then managed to kind of get those pitches out of the way, and then get it going from there. So love to see it. Great day for Reds pitching. Got it going. I'm not worried about Scott Barlow. Just a weird day, man. Just a weird day for him. Guys are going to have those sometimes. So absolutely wonderful day for Nick Lodolo. We love to see it. Keep it going because, like it or not, people are going to get mad when they have these 4-game losing streaks. We're still in this. We're not dead yet. I know some days it feels like the sky's falling when they're playing the way they did leading into this last 2 games, but they find a way to stay alive, man. They're like that. They're like cicadas. They just keep coming. Well, for the summer, at least. And then, you don't see them again for a few months because that's how baseball works. You guys are getting what I'm saying. But nice day for Nick Lodolo. Absolutely awesome. And in the next segment, I want to get to Elly De La Cruz because the at-bat he had particularly today that we're calling the turning point of the game really showed a lot of how much Elly De La Cruz is growing as a baseball player. And honestly, if you didn't look it up, you'd be shocked how good his numbers are with the bases loaded. So let's talk about that and more right after this. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands. That's exactly where Gametime comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Gametime makes it possible. Gametime makes buying tickets fast and simple. I'm actually, this Sunday afternoon, I'm heading down to the ballpark. Steve Offenbaker's in town. I'm going to meet up with Steve. We're going to go catch the Reds play the Rockies, and I'm going to use Gametime to get my tickets. Even though I know my way around the stadium and I've gone so much, I know where everything is. If you don't, prices on the app actually drop the closer you get the first pitch. They've got incredible last-minute deals, and you can see where you're sitting at the lowest price guarantee that takes out the worrying. Gametime is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB and makes it easier to browse the app for exciting upcoming Major League Baseball games like this Sunday. If you want to come hang out with me and Steve, we'll be in the Bowtie Bar. The last-minute ticket deals and zone deals give big savings like 10% off exclusive zone deals for FIFA World Cup matchups. See if you use right in the app before you buy so you know exactly where you'll be. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call, there's money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? No, you didn't wait. You called the next one. That's why you have a reliable business line is so important. And that's why you need OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication all from an app on your phone or computer. Did you juggle 2 phones just to keep your business and personal calls separate? No. You don't have to do that now. OpenPhone solves that instantly. Your whole team can share one number and respond to customers like a shared inbox. No more, hey, who's handling this? And the AI agent handles after-hour calls, answers common questions, and captures leads so I never miss a customer again. OpenPhone is offering Locked On listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/lockedonmlb. That's openphone.com/lockedonmlb. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone, no missed calls, no missed customers. Want to shout out all of my everydayers here today on the postcast for spending some time with me this early evening as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds with a huge win over the Miami Marlins 6-0 to split the series, even though Miami does get the season series and winning 4-3. If you're just checking me out for the first time, once again, welcome. It's so great to see you here. Please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube or on your podcast app of choice so you can get all of our Reds content, whether it's me, after every single Reds game, Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds, or this week, Saturday, Jeff's going to have a special episode getting you ready for the MLB draft. Elly De La Cruz has become a superstar, right? But today, he had an at-bat that I could not love anymore. And that's our turning point of today's game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
So Elly has an at-bat in the 6th inning, right? Where it's like, it's 2-0. It's a close game. Things are kind of getting a little wonky, and the Reds get the bases loaded. And no outs. Now, bases loaded, no outs, Elly De La Cruz. Yeah, you feel really comfortable in that situation. What we saw today was really great. Here's the first thing. One, didn't work. Didn't get overwhelmed when he got the 2 strikes. Got beat on a pitch, that low and away changeup that Cal Cantrell threw, and he found a way to swing through it and got to a 2-2 count. We've seen Elly in the past. This is part of this growth process that we've really seen this year that I've really loved, specifically these last couple months. How many times do we see Elly getting these 2 strikeout counts where he misses a pitch really badly like that? And then you're like, oh, okay, he's probably going to take the bat off his shoulder. He's going to walk back to the dugout. He struck out. Dude, took the next pitch, got to a full count, and then pulled a ball to right field for a single to score a run in. That was unbelievable. This is that next step, guys. We talked about this so much all year between me, Jeff and Steve's show. Every single baseball podcast out there has been like, if Elly De La Cruz can just make consistent contact, things are going to change for him. And if Elly De La Cruz can just cut down his strikeouts, things are going to change for him. He's done all of that. He's done all of that. He's a 2-time All-Star now. He's going to be in the All-Star game as long as he's healthy every first half of the season, probably until he can't run anymore. And the fact that he's just kind of accepted, like, every day I am the number 3 hitter, where I personally would love to see him hit second in the order, but I digress. Every day I'm the number 3 hitter, and I'm here to make sure that I get everything going. West Coast Rob in the building. How are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. West Coast Rob wishes he wasn't at work. Would love to listen to a shutout. Yeah, Rob, it was a great game. But seeing Elly just kind of work that count there was just really great to see. So I mentioned also, I'm going to use my good pal Brandon here, on Base Machine, Reds fan Brandon, if you guys know him. One of the best Reds Twitter follows out there, not only for the current team, but also if you want to know what's going on in the minor league system, he's getting you ready for the draft as well. He put out today, Elly is 6 for 13 with the bases loaded. Now we know about the grand slam he had against Pittsburgh in April on his bobblehead night, but he's really become this really great hitter in all situations. Now, all I heard for months that would start the year when things were really up and down and wonky is Elly's not clutch. Elly's not clutch. Not only has Elly become a much better right-handed hitter to where you can't say he shouldn't switch it anymore, he's really showing up in these moments. Someone said it earlier. There's been so many comments, and they're all fantastic. You guys know how much I love it. That he's become quite the superstar. We obviously know he should be the starting National League shortstop in the All-Star game. We're happy he made it, but we feel like it still wasn't enough for what he did this year, what he has done this year. But today, I just really love that at bat. And obviously, I loved in the first inning when he steals second base and Austin Hayes brings him in. Thought that was awesome too. What you're getting from him now was a guy who's never out of an at-bat. It's a guy who's controlling the at-bat now even better. This is exactly everything you read about as he was coming through the minors. This is who Elly De La Cruz is right now. And Austin Hayes today, I had been a little disappointed how he played since he came back from his injury. I've been pretty honest about that. But today, he was great. We're going to talk about that as well. But first, let's get to our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Yeah, Booster, you're absolutely right. It is a travesty of justice. The Superman comes out today, and we're talking about Elly De La Cruz not starting in the All-Star game. Get out of here with that in New York mumbo jumbo and Queens. Actually, I do really like Lindor, but I had to go with Nick Lodolo for his 6 shutout innings. But Austin Hayes, yeah, well, I'm going to get to that as well. Austin Hayes certainly put up a battle for it today. He was great. So Austin Hayes today, 2 for 3, a walk, and 3 runs batted in. First inning, knocks in Elly after Elly steals second base. That was pretty awesome. And then in the bottom of the 6th, after Elly gets that hit as well, he hits the ball to left field that brings in McLain and Elly. And I mean, that was a close throw. Give Herberto Hernandez credit. He almost, if that ball is on the line, he might have a shot to tag Elly. Thank God it was not on the line, because that was a hell of a throw. But Austin Hayes is the real story here. The way he's been hitting today, just awesome. Exactly what the Reds needed from him. I know he had been slumping a little bit since he came back, but it seems like he's starting to find his swing again. And he drew one today, but it seems like he's kind of getting walks again. So that's pretty nice. So I went 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. Then today goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a walk. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come for Austin Hayes. Hopefully he's getting back to himself, and hopefully he can come out of the All-Star break swinging pretty well, even though we do have this Rockies series coming up. It was mentioned Spencer Steer by Will. That was awesome to see that homer today. Makes it a 2-0 game. Big time homer for him. Just absolutely love everything the Reds are getting from Spencer Steer right now. He's just been tremendous for a couple months now. Second on the team in homers. I know he did have a couple strikeouts today, but just been really good. I mean, 261, 320, 478 in his last 7, 365, 404, 712 in his last 15. So Spencer Steer swinging the bat nicely for sure. And I also want to make mention too, I know he didn't have any hits today, but I thought Sam and John did a great job talking about this in the broadcast. Matt McLain. It's funny because I listened to Cowboy and Tommy when I was getting my haircut today, and I listened to them at the barbershop talking about the things that he's doing defensively, even though he's not hitting the way I thought he would. And then, which is true, he's been unbelievable there. And then on the other side of things, Sam and Cowboy today get into, even though he's not racking up hits like he was for that stretch now, he's extending innings. And today, 2 walks. I mean, as a run scored because he gets a walk to get on base during that Austin Hayes that I mentioned. So they're, the days he's not getting hits, he's still doing something. John, I agree. Absolutely pay to watch McLain play defense. So it's really nice to see him kind of still finding ways to contribute to the team and still help them find ways to win. And we will absolutely take it, because now you have this last series before the All-Star break. And I don't know if you guys have looked. It is not easy the rest of the way for the Reds on the other side of the All-Star break. I know the Mets have been really up and down, but they're still really good. Obviously, and you got a ton of division series in August and September, where the Reds have really struggled this year. So it's going to take some of their best ball here for a couple months, and probably a move or two at the trade deadline. But yes, make sure you beat the Rockies, most importantly, is what we're going to get to. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. The Cincinnati Reds are victors today over the Miami Marlins, 6-0. The Reds 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors. The Marlins 0 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Your winning pitcher is Nick Lodolo. He is now 6-6 with a 3.38 ERA. Cal Quantrill is your losing pitcher. He is now 3-8 with a 5.62 ERA. And the Reds are back at it tomorrow for City Connect Friday, or as we like to call it, Chase Burns Day. Chase Burns takes the hill for the Reds tomorrow. He'll be going against Jermaine Marquez of the Rockies. First pitch will be at 7:10. And hey, I don't really normally do this, but if you guys are 2 TV people, where you have like the Reds game on one TV and maybe you have it on your another game on your tablet or your iPad, or you're nice enough like me to have 2 TVs set up. Tomorrow night on Apple TV, during the same time the Reds are playing, if you want to have an eye on just another game for fun, at Apple TV, Tarek Skubal versus Luis Castillo. That's all I'll say. I'm going to be watching both games, most importantly the Reds, but as a baseball fan, I can't wait to watch that one as well. Everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. I'm Tim Daniel. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow. And hey, like I said, we'll be at the game Sunday. Steve and I will. So if you see us walking around, come say hello to us. Take it easy, everyone. Enjoy your night.